Welcome. Hi. It's been a while, a couple of weeks since I've done a live video. Today, so what I'm going to do, guys, is not actually a music production video, but I'm actually going to show you two new courses that I've been working on. One is a beginner's course with 27 videos, a book guide to go with it, and the other course is a more advanced course which is done live through the internet, where we teach you directly through the internet into your own studio or your own computer, wherever, on a one-to-one basis, and that lasts over 2 weeks, 24 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you the courses. I'm going to actually log into the dashboard and show you the courses directly, how you would access them. They're not free courses, they are paid courses. There's a lot of effort, time and work gone into the courses, and they've been done in a way that are designed to help you learn. They're not just courses where you don't get any support, or you just watch the videos and there's no support there. Videos are designed to actually make you learn and embed the knowledge throughout each individual unit. So without further ado, let's switch over. I'm going to switch my website over here so you can see that. I will just want to, before I switch over to the big large screen, I'm just going to show you a few changes on the main home page. I've now changed the image that was at the top. It's still there, but I've actually put it in with the slider, purely because I wanted to make the other sliders more readily available on the top of the website rather than further down, which they were originally down here on the bottom, sort of middle of the towards the bottom of the website. So I wanted to introduce the slider towards the top, purely because I've got all these other things here. So you can download our sample pack. If you take the 24-hour course, which I'm going to show you shortly, you get up to a 40% discount on Ableton Live software, and also you'll qualify also for discounts on Ulterior software. Now, to get these discounts, you have to obviously sign up to our for the Ableton one, you need to sign up for the 24-hour course. For the Ulterior discounts, you need to sign up for either the introduction course or the advanced course, the house music course. And once you're signed up, we will send an email across to Ulterior. We'll give you get you a reference code, and we'll get that sent over to you, and basically you'll get a discounted code sent to you, and you'll be able to buy some software. Yeah, so just wanted to show you those, guys, before I switch over the screens and the large screens and actually log in. So right, don't need to be on here at the moment, and Ableton Live will come shortly, because what I'm going to do is show you two of the tracks that will be sort of featured in the course. Not specifically these actual tracks, but sort of the things I teach and the sort of styles I'm going to be teaching. So I shall play through these two tracks, but we'll come back to those shortly. What I'm going to do is switch over so you can see a larger screen. So to get to the website, obviously once you purchase a course, you would have to then log in. You will be forced to create an account. Basically, even when you purchase, it will ask you to create an account. So once you access your login, I'm going to actually log in as a student here. You'll see as I log in as a student and not the actual instructor, and you'll see this is what's inside your dashboard. So the API may load a couple of times. It's just settles down, it'll load, and then it may flick back and it'll load again. So just wait for it to load, wait for it to settle down like it's doing now, and it will load in, and you will be presented with your dashboard where you can complete your profile, student profile, and then any courses that you're signed up to will be here. Any activity, obviously you can edit your profile again here. Any messages, meetings, ignore the commissions. That is part of to do with the tutors. I don't know why that is part of that there. That's the shop where you can obviously access courses in the shop, any friends, groups, and the forum doesn't actually connect at the moment, so ignore the forum. We're having issues connecting the forum. So the group is there, the groups are available for the courses. And this particular one, there's just a house music course at the moment. There should be the two groups, but again, I'm just having a slight issue adding to the other group. But let me show you the actual courses. So here's the two courses. We'll go to the introduction course first. That's the beginner's course, and then we'll show the advanced course. So continue to course, and this will introduce you to the course again. This is the course information that you will find on the home page, which I'm going to show you before I advance any further. I'll show you how to access that on the home page. So the courses are here. They're also halfway down the page, somewhere around about here. So that's the two there, and you click on those, and these will play you two videos about the courses. Another video there. That video is going to be changed because I've re-edited the video, so that I need to change that and update that link. So that link is not available. But if I go to the actual courses here and clicked on this one, for example, I'm logged in at the moment, but so it shows I'm continuing to course rather than sort of apply for course, etc. Because I want to show you with the house music production course, you have to physically actually apply. You can't just sort of purchase the course. You have to actually apply for this course. We have to go through your information. We want you to apply basically, you know, your skill levels and are you suitable to take the more advanced course. We don't want to be wasting your time at the end of the day if you feel that you can't complete the 24-hour course. So we want to make sure that you apply. We don't want too many students on the course, no more than 5 to 10 students at one time, to be able to manage the course sufficiently and give everybody enough attention to the core, you know, to the teaching levels. As you'll see in here in week 1 and week 2, there's quite a lot of information that's going to be in this course, but I'll come back to these later. But that's how you access these two courses on the home page, and that's the introduction to the electronic music course. Again, it says continue to course, but if you wasn't signed in, you'd have to purchase the course. It'll take you to the shopping cart. You add this to your shopping cart, and then once you've purchased the course, you come and log in and you access the course like so. So again, this is just reiterates all this information here, is just breaking down here again and explains what the course is about. This shows you the curriculum again, breaks it down, so it's just sort of replicating what's on this page on the front home page. And any announcements and news will be here. You can ask any questions and answers here. If you've got a question, you can just post your question here, or take any notes. And again, let's say the forum doesn't actually connect at the moment, so we're going to continue to the course. And the first module is the actual booklet, the guides that you can download. And what I do is I just walk you through the introduction to the guide, how to use the guides. The terminology at the start is very important. You can download the guide there for free inside, and then as you go through the course, there are I'm just going to come off these. There are questions, and you need to complete these questions. These are sample questions, and the sample questions are there to embed learning through each unit. So each set of sample questions relates to the unit that you're actually going to be learning. So again, if you click on here, this will play the video. If you play full screen, you'll see that it's a book. And if I just turn the volume up a little bit, the guide accompany you along with the course. Okay, so it shows me that's just me explaining through the booklet. And once you've completed the first video or the first unit and you've completed your questions, you then click onto the next unit and it will take you through into the next unit, so on and so forth, where the actual videos start. So this is all to get to know the browser, the Ableton browser, and then at the end of it all you have a quiz. So all of the sample questions throughout of the units must be completed in the Module 1 quiz before you can move on to Module 2, and so on and so forth. Module 2 is all about the creative side, and basically the booklet that comes with it walks you through step by step. It's an 88-page guide and it walks you through step by step on how to create the track. So all these individual steps here are in the book, and then what I do is I just break these down in the videos explaining what I've done basically in the booklet. So it's almost like a walkthrough guide with accompanying videos, and again the same for mixing in your track, and then there's quizzes again, and then the mastering part, and again there's another quiz. So that's that course, guys, and I'm going to come back into the advanced house music course. So this one, and if I come to the course again to show you quickly here, this is a live course, and so it shows you the curriculum there. We're going to be doing introduction to house music genres, house music theory and synth anatomy. So these are 2 3-hour sessions to start off with, because there's lots of theory slides and demo examples to go through. We're going to go through them at quite a fast pace, lightning fast pace, so that we embed the knowledge very quickly, and then we start in the session 3 to produce a deep house track and a future house track idea, just in 8 16-bar loops. So we get creating very quickly 2 tracks, and then session 4 and 5 we produce 2 more tracks, and then in session 6 here we have a quiz, sorry, so that's session 5, that's the end of week 1, and then there's a quiz, and then there's an assignment in week 1. So the assignment is basically to produce an 8 to 16-bar loop track idea. You'll take your favorite 4-bar loops that you've produced here in these sections here, and then you produce 1 track idea. And then week 2 we continue to focus on that track. We focus on faster track arrangement, workflow, reverse engineering using templates and other sounds, other producer sounds, more advanced mix production techniques there, final mixing process, the mastering process, and house music production quiz, and then a final assignment which lasts for 5 days. You have up to 5 days to complete a track, and when you've done that you need to submit your work, and then we will evaluate it, and you can get a certificate for this as well. So you can see you have to apply to enroll for this course. I'm going to show you 2 of the sessions here. So session 1, they all look exactly the same. It will have a lesson aim, a lesson objective on every single layout, which you can't see so much in detail here. It doesn't show you the main detail. What I may do is put 1 or 2 of these samples for free, so that you can actually see them and actually access them for free when you log into the course. But specifically, as I say, you can't just purchase this course, you actually have to physically apply for this course. So that's the reason most of the content is shut off. We have to deliver this, and we deliver this, we drip feed the content on a daily basis to you. So you can see here, for example, in session 1, introduction to house music genres, in the first half of the session you'll listen to and analyse with the tutor 4 different genres, so deep house, future house, mainstream house and progressive house. You'll list the main characteristics of each track, its tempo, etc. In the second half of the session we'll go over some track examples, some sample examples, drums, bass lines, chord examples. So we literally run through all different types of MIDI examples, drum patterns, bass line patterns, chord patterns, As I say, it's a very, very fast-paced learning experience. It's not going to be for the faint-hearted, so if you don't understand the stuff very well, you need to obviously make sure that you are at an advanced level to understand that. Then we will analyse and, I do apologise about that. We analyse and plot out song maps and shows the ebb and flow, how to create track progressions basically inside Ableton Live. So we'll go in and map out and we'll look at different tracks and look at how they've mapped out their energy in the track, built around a standard sort of ebb and flow song map. And so you can see your learner aim is to introduce to house music genres, analyze your tracks, understand what creates progression in a house track, and import them into the DAW and understand the ebb and flow of a track and how to build your song maps. And these are your learning objectives. So each unit will have a set of these. There are also the quizzes, questions. There's not questions on these sections here in the practical sections. I don't feel that we need to ask you questions. We can do that as you sort of go along in the course. If you have any questions, it's kind of the learner can ask those questions as we actually producing live. But these two are to embed the theory. So again, music theory and synth anatomy. Again, I combine the two together very quickly because music theory and synth anatomy is very important together. Obviously, your synth anatomy building up a chord structure in a synth, but if you know how to play the certain notes, you'll make the synth sound design much faster process because it sounds musically correct and harmonically rich straight away. So again, more questions for these units, quite a lot of questions in this one, and not going to give too much away here. So that's pretty much it, guys, and I'm going to give you a walkthrough of two sort of examples of how I show you how to produce these tracks, and it's not specifically how you produce this track. You know, it's going to be focused around you as a learner, not me as a producer. It's me just showing you how to go around making these track ideas very quickly to stop that roadblock basically of losing inspiration, how to move past that 8, 4, 8, 16, 32 bar loop sequence and beyond, and finish tracks in, like, you know, a day, 2 days really. When I remix a track, it can take me a day, 2 days really to sort of no more than 3 days. 1 day for sort of getting the ideas down, second day for coming back and finishing off the structure, and then third day for sort of mixing down and mastering. And I spread that over a week period purely because it helps to clear the mind. When you go back, you can hear the differences and what needs to be in the track and what doesn't. So that's the idea behind this advanced course, is to get you making music very, very quickly in your own favorite house music styles. So without further ado, let me switch over to Ableton. And this is an example of a track you could learn, and the piano mainstream piano's house style. Okay guys, so that's one of the tracks. As I say, it's not specifically that's what you're going to make, but it's that kind of style. So I'd show you how to sort of put this loop together here. So you can see we've got like a 8/16, so there's an 8/16 and a 32 bar section there and another section there. So I'll show you how I'd start building this track idea up and progressing into this sort of build and where I would take it, and I'll obviously do it in the style with your own samples. For example, if you want to, tracking, you've got some MIDI and some sounds and you want me to make a track with those, I can show you how to sort of piece that together. And we're going to go into another track now, and I want to show you this is because this is how I would reverse engineer a track using another template, not specifically my track. It's only to use the actual structure, maybe sometimes the drums and some of the loops and the beats, but not the actual bass lines, not the midis, not most of the sounds. Most of the sounds are not available because I don't have those instruments or those effects units. So it's just to reverse engineer the actual structure of a track and to help you with your workflow faster, basically. So I'll show you this now, and it will go quiet, so let me just switch over. Okay guys, so you can see there's quite a list there of plugins that are not available for this particular template. You can see all of these tracks here are frozen. The ones are in blue, those track lanes. What that's basically doing is just holding the sound there from the synthesizer that was originally in the template. So it just holds the sound. Obviously what I have to do is find new sounds with my synthesizers. I've got a new MIDI which I've bought in the track here, this MIDI here, and I'm building the track on the basis of this MIDI file here. So as I say, this MIDI should go across over to here. This is where the focus of all of this will happen. It's only one MIDI file here at the moment to give me an idea of the flavor of the track, make sure everything's in key before I get to this part. And what I've obviously got to do is restructure and rebuild the track similar to how they've done their track. It doesn't have to be the same, but nice to use some of the sounds if they're available. If they're not, you've got to come up with some new sounds and new structures, new chord ideas, new patterns. But it gives you a workflow to follow. You can see it across the top, an existing starting point. So it really helps your workflow faster in making a track. So all I've got here is just this first little section I've focused on in this loop section here, and I'm just going to play you that with and without the MIDI. So I'll take it out with the MIDI at first, and then I'll bring the MIDI in just so you get a feel for what the track is going to sound like and how I'd go around producing another track in this particular progressive house style. Okay guys, so that would be an example of how I would show you how to reverse engineer. And what we'd do is go in and build a track, and we'd reverse engineer and rebuild a whole new track in a template. It doesn't have to specifically be this template. I will just, whatever sort of style of track that you want to do, I will put you on the right track to actually and the right sort of template on how to, you know, create that specific sound. So that's the course, guys. That's basically the introduction to our electronic music course, and that's the house music production advanced course. So as I say, to apply for this course, you need to apply. We will contact you for specific information. We'll speak to you face to face live before we over the internet, basically, before you book in a session with us. And again, don't forget that if you don't want to sort of do that, you can just go to our homepage or go to our music production page here and book a one-to-one live session where you can get up to a 10% discount off your first session, and also 30% discount off your 3 sessions if you book in bulk, as it shows you here, as that pop-up just wonderfully loaded in time. So there's 10% starter discount for one-to-one tuition. So if you wanted that, this page here in our services page explains that in more detail, what we offer, and breaks it down. That explains here about the advanced course. This explains here about the one-to-one tuition. So if you want to book, click down here and you can book house music production, electro house or house music here, and book out a session on the, once it loads the booking calendar. There she comes, and there you go. That's pretty much the information there. All the terms and conditions about the tuition, about your session, explains how we offer the session. It says here it will last 2.5 hours to allow for issues, but basically, yeah, we're offering a session here. It says a 1 hour session, but we're actually going to increase this to a 2 hour session. It's just I haven't updated the actual information at the moment. I've so many things to do, rebuilding it, well, building the entire website myself. I've pretty much built all of this and built all of the courses as well, and so there's a few things I've missed, and I was going to change this to this should be a 2 hour session rather than a 1 hour session. I think a 1 hour session is too short, basically, because there's sometimes lots of questions, things go wrong, so we're going to allow at least 2 hours because of technology problems. Sometimes can break down, sometimes connection problems with the internet, so I feel it's important to give the person who's paying the time that they deserve, really. So yeah, I've got to update that this week and just change that. So but anyway, regardless of that, guys, that's just the way you can actually book a session with us, and it doesn't have to be house music production. It could be trance music production, audio mastering, life coaching. We offer career life coaching, how to actually really get organized and you know, develop your music career, how you combat the stress and deal with that on a daily basis, how you go through rejection of the music industry and things like that. Also music marketing training, the new music marketing, you know, obviously using now NFTs and using the blockchain. I've got a live video coming on up pretty soon. I'm just collecting all the information together, and I've now got a screen mirroring software where I can actually mirror my mobile phone as well and show you a few things, apps on the mobile phone for music. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to sort of come together with that in the next week, hopefully. Like I say, there's such a lot of work to do. I've not had much time to put some content together recently. So without further ado, guys, that will sort of wraps up today's session. Hope you've enjoyed me introducing our new courses. I know it's not a teaching session today, but I just wanted to show you that all of the hard work that I have been doing over the last few weeks, and this is what's coming together. It does take a lot of time to get it right. It's not 100% perfect. I could have done it better, but hey, it is what it is. You know, it's a new learning curve. for me. It's the first time I've actually made actual courses, and I just hope they're out there, that they can offer some benefit to people. So, and that's what we're all about, is showcasing and offering and helping people. So without further ado, guys, I will leave you to have a great afternoon. All the best, take care, I'll see you soon. Oh, and yeah, if you did like today's video, please consider subscribing and also giving us a like on the video, and share with your friends as well. Cheers, all the best.